Hi guys, so today we're back working, as you can see, on the Mini, and today we're going to be doing some ECU stuff. So a lot of people have been asking me where do I get my car tuned, and you know mods or whatever I need to go stage 3. So this car is currently stage 3 ever since I did the turbo, and I've been running an old tune on the car. It was a Manic stage 2 tune. So the issue I was running into, I wanted to get the car dyno tune, and I had somebody to do it, but they told me that because of my previous tune with Manic, they can't do it because the ECU was locked, so to speak. So I didn't know what to do, go from there. A lot of people telling me that it's kind of hard to tune on a software that was already on a computer that was already tuned. So I reached out to the guy that originally tuned my car, because if you don't know, Manic is not a thing anymore. Like, there's no more Manic tune. So I guess he said he could do it, so I had to take the computer out, which I was running from. I didn't want to take the computer out of the car anymore, or have the car be down for like a while. So anyways, that's what I had to do. So I had to take the computer out. So here it is. I took it out already. It was like a rushed situation, so I had to take it out. I send it off. So I just got it back, and now it's running. I don't even know how to say. So it's a Manic stage 3, but like I said, Manic is not a thing anymore. So he went in and manipulate the tune that was already there for the current turbo and stuff like that. So it should be a stage 3. I don't know if I'm gonna call it a Manic stage 3. It should be everything. Like, I have a switch. Let me show you right quick. I have a okay. So when I originally had the tune, right, so I had to get this switch right here, because Manic have like 3 different tunes. You got an A map, B map, and C map. So you use this to switch the maps. So from when I was talking to the tuner, he told me that this thing would still work. So if it works, that means it's more than likely it's still the Manic tune, and he just updated the software or stuff like that. So I don't know what he did, but and if anybody interested, his name is Mario Plaza. I mean, he's pretty popular in the Mini Cooper scene. So yeah, so he did the work for me, and I'm about to slap the ECU in and take it for a drive. If you guys remember, the car was running rich, like super rich. Like, when I hammered down on it, it was running like mid-10s for the air fuel ratio. So I didn't like that. So hopefully the tune take care of it. I'm not really banking on it, because I could have another issue that I don't know about. But anyway, we're gonna put it in and see what happens, see if it change anything. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So if you never get your ECU out, it's like a 10 nut. It's like, right, holding down the ECU is just 1 nut, and then you have a few clips. Pop the clips open of the 4 corner, and it come out. So if the ECU is sitting like this, the nut is like that. Screw it out, pop the clips out, and all the connectors are here. Like I said, the ECU is already out, so I just need to snap it back in. When you're taking the ECU out, it's gonna be sitting like this. So behind, like, if you sneak your hand down right underneath this part right here, there's a clip. You need to push it in, and another one on the other side. You push both of them in, and you slide the ECU out. I don't know if you can see me, sorry. So yeah, it clips underneath these 2 parts right here. You slide, you push your finger underneath it, because it's gonna be sitting like this. You push your finger down underneath, push the clip like that towards the driver's side, and you pop the ECU out. It comes right out. So I'm gonna just push it back down in there. When you put it back in, I guess you just push it all the way down, and it just snaps. And I was wrong. Gotta be it's gonna turn this way, not that way. Sorry. So you turn like this. Yeah, the groove is there. So once you push it down, you're gonna see. So you turn like this, but you still just push your hand underneath this part right here. And pop it out. And it's locked in. And you can't mess these up, because I mean, it's basically self-explanatory. The farthest one goes to the farthest side. You know what? Hold on. clips right here. Right. Yeah, so we'll start with the first one. It's gonna be a lot easier. Just follow it up with the second one. Make sure it's making contact. Once the clip slide over, it's locked in, but you need to push it down for far enough. So when you start the clip, just suck it down. So the ECU is back in, basically. Oh, and I did unplug the battery over that side, so don't forget that. You want to unplug the battery before you unplug the ECU. Okay, we put back the 10 in. So fairly easy stuff. Alright guys, so I just hooked up the battery. So the battery is hooked up, the ECU is in, and that should be good to start the car. I'm going to start the car and let it fully warm up, and then I'm going to take it for a drive and see if anything changed. I don't know what map its settings it's on. Like I said, with this thing right here, it's got 3 different maps, so it's like gradually get more aggressive, so to speak. So it's been a while since I used this though. I had it on a map that I like and I just left it on there. So I'm gonna probably, I'm not sure, I'm gonna drive the car like it is and see what it's like, and then maybe I'll just use this a little bit. So it's the ECU stuff is easy. You just need a 10 socket with like an extension with your ratchet handle, and you pull, like I said, this little screw out, you pop the cap off and remove the ECU. And like I said, the clips are underneath the little tabs that I showed you. But before you do that, make sure you unplug the battery. And after that, it's good. So we're gonna start the car up and make it warm up, so then see what happens from there. Alright guys, so let me see if I can get rid of some of this noise, chat with you a little bit. So yeah, so we're gonna let the car warm up for it's not locked all the way. There you go. I'm sorry about that. The door wasn't locked all the way, so I thought something went wrong with the window, but I just didn't lock it. But anyway, yeah, so we make the car warm up all the way, and then we're gonna take it for a drive. Make sure there's no check engine light, stuff like that, because you know, anytime you do ECU stuff, you just gotta you know, check your stuff out. So I got my boost gauge right here and the AFR right here. I need to change the, I don't know if it's I don't think it's a sensor. I think it's just the digitizer right here is not working. But as you can see, that little light that's blinking around, it's still, you still can read it, but it's more like, you're not gonna see the number, but you just have to read it. Just look at the thing that's like moving up and down. It'll tell you where the car is running. So I just gotta watch it. But I think I might just change the whole gauge after, maybe later. I thought it was the sensor, but the sensor is good. So I'm gonna just change the gauge, put another one in here so the numbers are there. But I had this in forever, maybe like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, to be honest. So I get what I need out of it. So going on to something else, not that bad. So I'm gonna warm up the car right now, and then we take it for a ride. Alright guys, so We're gonna take the car for a little drive right now, and I can't find my setup to stick the the GoPro on the car. So I'm just gonna use this headset thingy. I never really used this one before, but I guess we're gonna try it out today. So I'm gonna set you guys up on the headset, take it for a ride. Alright guys, so I got you guys set up now. I'm hoping that you guys can see a lot of stuff. I don't know if you guys can see the gauge and this one right here. So when this little light, if it comes all the way around here on the load, that means the car is still running rich. If I want it to be right around like 12, like little right around 12. Little under 12 is good. Anywhere between 11 and 12 is good. But if it comes to the 11 and stuck right there, I know it's running way rich. So it's a shame that this thing not working, because this would tell you the exact number, but I guess we don't have that. So, and I'm gonna look weird just driving up next to people with this damn thing on my head. So I guess we're gonna go get this thing over and done with. So alright, so like I said, I don't know what map this car is on right now. I just know I just put the computer in and I'm gonna run it just like this, and then I'll check it out after. Forgot to check the gauge, but I can still smell it. And one thing I noticed that before I sent off these, you had adjust the wastegate to make 20 pounds, and I don't think it hit 20 pounds at all ever just now. So might have to check that out too. See. About the wind noise. So I saw 20 pounds and he hold it. When you shift, it goes down, and then you gotta build a boost back up again. So I guess that's good, but it's still running rich, if you ask me, because it came down to 11 and it just got stuck right there, meaning that it went down below 11, because this only read up to 11. So that's a shame. Or maybe I just got a different issue I gotta work out myself. So I'm just gonna turn around, go back up my making a little bit below 20. I'm just gonna, you know what, let me pull over. I'm gonna play with that little switch thingy I was telling you guys about. Let's go over here. See if we can find a pullover spot. We just back up right inside here. Where did I put the switch? It's right here. It's been a while since I used this thing. I don't even remember what to work it. It just goes through it with you guys. So on the back you got information. So it says map 1 stock, 2 performance A and B and C, anti-log theft. So you got a couple of things right here. I normally run mine on A or B. The last time when I tuned the car, they said if you guys can see, the number 4 map was wait, let me see something. Yeah, so the number 4 map was like if you're running like 100 octane, or if you're running like 3%, is it 3? If you're running like 10% ethanol or some shit like that, I don't remember. So I'm gonna put it, let me see. Yeah, mine was always on the second one. So I'm gonna put this, plot this in here, and then switch, see if I can play with the map a little bit. Let me just take off my so it should be on the second one. So that's how that work. Normally I just put it in there, shift one map, and then put it back to where I want it. So I'll put this back inside here, and then we go back for another. I'm just gonna cruise it on home, see if it make any difference. Okay, let's hit the road. Well, I'll put the window down a little bit, but I know the wind noise is probably kind of crazy. Guys, so one thing else I just figured out, the car now pulled to 7,000 RPM. Originally normally pulled to 65, so we're gonna have to go back for another ride again, because I'm just noticing that still running touch switch though. I'm gonna adjust the wastegate again, but that's not gonna be today though. Turn around because I want back that 20 pounds. Now it's making like 18, 17, 18, but it definitely pulled hard. I ain't gonna lie to you, and it pulled all the way to red line. Like, so the extra 500 RPM is gonna make a difference right there. So we're back home, and what can I say about the tune? So the car definitely pulls a lot harder. I would say it pulls harder. I mean, it's hard to tell because it's not, you're not gonna get a lot more gain with the tune, because you can technically run a bigger turbo on the stage 2 tune and it'll be fine from what I know. So I mean, it definitely pull harder because now it's going to 7 grand. So that's gonna make a big difference, because before that you have to shift at 6,500, and an extra 500 makes a difference, especially when the car is holding the power all the way out there. Because when you put a bigger turbo on a vehicle, that's where the car is happy. It's happy in the higher RPM. So it runs good. The only thing is that it's still running rich, so it might be something that I have to look into. I don't know, maybe I have a vacuum leak, some shit, I don't know. So I'm gonna have to check that out, and I'm gonna have to try to get back my 20 pound of boost. So I'm gonna see if I can adjust the wastegate again, because I did adjust it when I just got it and it was making 20 pounds. Like off the initial hit, it'll drop back down, because you know the turbo, most turbo, when you if you set your peak for like 20, once you hit the 20 and you holding it out, it'll drop back down maybe like a 2-3 psi. But this one, it's like, I don't know, it went up to like, I would say 18, and then it'll just stay there, which is good because it's holding it. So I'm gonna see if I can get it back up to the 20, and I don't know if it's gonna hold it, but we're gonna see. We're gonna play with the wastegate and the turbo. But that's for another day. So, and I still got a little bit more work that I gotta do on this car. So this video was short, but you know, a lot of people have been asking me about the tune, but I didn't have a stage 3. So the whole time I had the turbo, I was running a stage 2, and trust me, it pulls on the stage 2, because I mean, when I adjusted the wastegate, went right out the box, the wastegate was not making desired boost, but you know, I just play with it a little bit, and we made 20 pounds. So it was running, but it was running rich. Now it's still running rich. So I don't think it's a tuning issue. I think it's, maybe I have to go check something out on the car, because me and my boy was talking and he was telling me the same thing. It might be something that I have to look into. So I'm gonna check that out, and then we'll follow up with that. But for now, that's about it. Car is on a stage 3 map right now, so you know, pretty happy with it. So I'm just gonna enjoy it for now, but I'll catch up with you guys.